Shalom, 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 shalom. And greetings to each and every one of you. I wanted to go live so I could talk about what is going on. There's a lot going on. There's kingdom marriage. There's that marriage covenant, that marriage reconnection, reconciliation, rekindling. There's a lot going on right here and right now. So let's talk about it a little bit and talk about what's going on in the land of the living. So, what I really want to focus on right now is that there's so many people in the world that need love, they need hope, they need encouragement, they need kindness, they need courage, they need peace, they need joy. It's so much that people need right now. And the alarm has been sounded because we need to be those who help people. We need to help people meet their needs to some aspect, whether it be spiritual or physical or some of both. We need to be sure that we're helping others, that we are being helpers, that we are connecting to people, and people are benefiting from our kindness and our encouragement, because all of us have gifts. Each and every one of us has a gift and gifts. And all of us need to use our gifts so that we can help people, so that we can inspire people, so that we can encourage people, so that we can be a blessing to many. We are blessed to be a blessing, and we are here for such a time as this. And look at that. That's a light right there. We have to be the ones to shine the light, so to speak. The stars are out tonight and shining bright. So with all of that being said, in case you don't know, my name is Shifra Yahaved Israel. You may ask, what kind of name is that? That's a Hebrew name. And I am not religious, so no, I am not Jewish. I am not Christian. I am not Muslim or any of that. I'm not into the religions, politics, traditions, legalism, or any other the isms and schisms of this world. I wanted to go live right now so we could talk about what is going on in the land of the living, what is really going on. There's a natural aspect, there's a spiritual aspect, and all of us have a part in it. We have something to do. All of us have a divine assignment, and we have divine connections. We have those who are helpers, and then we have those who are not helpers. So we have to be sure that our spiritual senses are sharpened and heightened like never before, so that we can abide with the Maker, so that we can be in alignment. We need to be in divine alignment. It matters so much that we are in the right place spiritually, in that secret place, that we can actually have revelation, that we have clarity, understanding, knowledge, and that we hear the voice of truth for ourselves. We cannot depend on somebody else to tell us. It doesn't matter who it is. We need to be sure that we are inclining our ears to hear the true voice of truth and being obedient and faithful and humble and holy and righteous and courageous. We have the examples of Daniel and the three Hebrew boys. That's where we are spiritually right now. To some, it may not seem like it, but that's where we are right now. But there's a lot else that is going on. However, there is a lot of new things that are happening in the land that have never happened before. There are miracles and all kinds of supernatural signs and wonders that have never been seen before. They're being playing out, and many people are missing it. Many people are missing the miracles. Many people are missing the blessings because many people are not able to see it or hear it. Many people are missing it because many people are in the wrong place with the wrong people at the wrong time. So, this is what we have to do. We have to be sure that we are not missing the miracles, the blessings by being religious, by being superstitious, and all of that. Now, there are times when it is necessary to disconnect from some people or groups. However, everyone has to know the true maker for themselves. Everybody has to know the creator of all for themselves. It cannot be based on your family. It cannot be based on your friends. It cannot be based on someone else. You have to know that you know that you know. And divine encounters are definitely happening a lot. Some people are missing it because some people are just spiritually blind or spiritually deaf, so to speak. And then that's when people miss it, when they don't have eyes to see or ears to hear or whatever. So there's a lot of light being shown right now. A lot is being revealed right now. A lot of people are missing it because they are focused on the wrong thing. Being focused on money, being focused on family, being focused on anything other than the true maker right now is going to definitely, in some capacity, cause some people to be deceived. It's going to cause some people to go the wrong way, to go astray. And it's going to cause a lot of people to crash spiritually. However, that can be avoided if you are not allowing yourself to lead yourself. I know it's a play on words, but track with me for a moment. This is not usually when I do a live, it's divine inspiration. I'm writing it down, but this is one live that is not, it's not planned out. It's not written down. This is actually free flowing right now. So what we have to understand is that we have to be humble. Humility is very important. Pride is something that has to be destroyed for everyone. Greed, gluttony, jealousy, envy, isolation, grief, sorrow, depression, disease. The list goes on and on. Rejection is a big thing. The poverty mindset. Everything is not about the spiritual. Some people, they just try to make everything so super spiritual and forget about the natural aspect of it. It's a lot of different dimensions with people. So we have to understand that in order for us to live well, to love well, to stay in the holy light, and to shine bright, and to draw others into the truth, not deception, we have to be sure that we are grounded ourselves. We have to be planted. We have to have deep roots like the oak tree. We have to be unshakable. We have to be unbreakable like the palm trees. So as you go forward, remember, you may say, well, what does all of this have to do with me? Well, it has to do with all of us. So a lot of people are going about their lives just like everything is just, the same as it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and it has changed dramatically. So there comes a time when everyone has to do an examination. And this past Shabbat, for going forward for the new week, I gave everyone what I heard was the word about test and testing. And the word, I believe, was bakan, something like that, Bachan. So, with all that being said, there will be storms, there will be tests, there will be testing, and we can pass the test. We can endure through the storms. There will be some shaking, but just because we're being shaken doesn't mean we have to break. So, with all of that being said, there's a natural aspect to it and there's a spiritual aspect to it as well, because the natural and the spiritual are intertwined together. So, it comes a time when you need to detox for the body, but you need to fast. That's right. You need to fast for the soul and feed the spirit and stop feeding the body all of this unclean food, fast food, and those who are consuming alcohol or smoking cigarettes. It's not good for your body. It's not criticism. It just needs to be highlighted right now that making wise choices is extremely important. To have clean hands, to have clean lips, to be cleansed and purified, washed clean, to be refined. All of that is so necessary in order to be a clean instrument, a clean vessel, whatever terminology you prefer to use. We have to be ones that walk upright and be obedient. We have to be examples to others, whether you're a parent or not. It doesn't matter. We cannot force anything on anybody. A lot of people want to force this religion and superstition or whatever else, or your beliefs on somebody else, and that's not the way to go. We have to be sure that we're being loving and kind to everyone, to respect people, even if they don't agree, even if people are totally wrong. They still have the right to make their own choices, just like we make our own choices. They have the freedom and the right to make their own choices as well. So we cannot try to force anybody into anything. However, we have to know our birthright. We have to know our position, our posture. We have to know exactly what it is that we're doing. We cannot be blind. We cannot have fogginess. We need clarity. Naturally and spiritually, we need clarity. Just like you need to be able to see to walk down the street or get in your vehicle and drive, or your SUV or whatever. We still have to be able to see spiritually. If you're not seeing clearly spiritually, then there is going to be some issues with going the right way, or being able to see what is necessary to be seen by the spiritual eyes and natural eyes. So going forward to this week, just remember, even in the midst of the test, we are still loved. We are still provided for. We are still protected. We are not in a place where we're not protected or provided for. However, there are times when disobedience comes in, and when we're disobedient, there are consequences, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we are under a curse or demonized or any of that. It just means that we have to learn. We have to understand that everything that we need is inside of us, like a seed, with a plant or a tree, and it only has to be pushed out. So we have to continuously push whatever your push is. Pray until something happens. Praise until something happens. Proclaim till something happens. It doesn't necessarily have to be a P, whatever it is. Sing until something happens. Whatever it is. So all of us have a part to play, a role to play. So we need to be responsible. We need to be accountable. We need to be mature. We need to be wise. We need to be smart. We need to go about this strategically and not thinking that we could just say one quick prayer and everything's going to be resolved. That's not actually the truth. And if you don't believe it, just think about all the things that Queen Esther went through, King David. There will be trials, there will be tests, there will be storms, there will be shaking. So we have to be strong. We have to be immovable. We have to be planted firmly. We have to have a strong anchor. We have to have a strong belief system that's based on the absolute truth. not smoke and mirrors, not theories of people. It can't be something that is just totally wrong. We have to desire to know the truth and accept the truth, no matter what it is or how it is, because everything pertaining to this life, we have the key to. We have the keys to unlock. Those who are truly anointed and appointed, empowered and equipped. And even if you're not there yet, don't put yourself down. Don't cancel yourself. Don't eliminate yourself or anybody else. Just know that there's always a way to come out of the wrong place and get to the right place. Be sure that no matter what happens, that you are humble. Humility is extremely important. So go forth and